From a quiet town in Finland to the heart of a separatist storm in Nigeria. Today, we dive deep into the case of Simon Ekpa, the self-proclaimed Prime Minister of Biafra, now facing terrorism charges in a Finnish court. What are the allegations? And how did his online words allegedly fuel real-world violence? Today we are unpacking a complex international story that links Finland to the ongoing Biafra agitation in Nigeria. Simon Ekpa, a Finnish citizen of Nigerian origin, is in the legal hot seat. Let's break down what happened and what it all means. So, who is Simon Ekpa? Based in Lahti, Finland, Ekpa rose to prominence as a vocal agitator for Biafran independence, a movement seeking self-determination for the Igbo people in southeastern Nigeria. He initially aligned with the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, but later formed his own faction, declaring himself the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile. He is known for his fiery rhetoric and broadcast, primarily through social media platforms like X, formerly Twitter, and YouTube, reaching a large audience both in Nigeria and the diaspora. The allegations: incitement and agitator orders. The core of the charges against Ekpa revolves around his alleged use of these platforms. Finnish prosecutors accuse him of public incitement to commit crimes with terrorist intent. A significant part of this relates to the infamous sit-at-home orders he frequently declared in Nigeria's southeast. These orders, often enforced by violent groups, aim to paralyze the region, shutting down businesses, schools, and transport. Those who defied them often faced brutal consequences, including attacks, kidnappings, and killings. Nigerian authorities have long accused Ekpa of masterminding this violence from his base in Finland, creating an atmosphere of fear and destabilizing the region. The Finnish investigation and arrest. The Finnish National Bureau of Investigation, or KRP, launched a probe into Ekpa's activities. This wasn't a sudden move. There had been increasing pressure from the Nigerian government and civil society groups for Finland to act. In February 2023, Ekpa was arrested by Finnish police. He was later released but remained under investigation. Then, as reported by Finnish media like EO, on Friday, mentioned the specific date if known. Otherwise, recently, Ekpa appeared for a preparatory hearing at the Päijät-Häme District Court. He was remanded in custody. The Finnish government, according to your initial information, had previously, though the November 2024 date in the prompt seems incorrect based on current reporting, the intent of arrest and action is clear, signaled action, and the arrest was part of a broader investigation. While the prompt mentioned 4 others, current reports focus heavily on Ekpa for these specific terrorism charges. The investigation has been a joint effort, with Finnish police collaborating with Nigerian authorities. The charges and prosecution's case. The charges are serious. According to EO, prosecutors are seeking a 6-year prison sentence for Ekpa. State Prosecutor Samsa Hakala stated, "We have a great deal of evidence regarding this individual's online activity and communications. This evidence reportedly includes tens of terabytes of data from Ekpa's digital devices and online platforms." The prosecution alleges that Ekpa's actions between 2021 and 2023, from Finland, led to numerous deaths and injuries in Nigeria. Beyond incitement, there are also charges of terrorism financing. And that's not all. The court is also looking into allegations of aggravated tax fraud against Ekpa in Finland, and suspicions that he may have attempted to order weapons, potentially for pro-Biafra groups. Challenges and the defense. However, the prosecution acknowledges challenges. A significant portion of the alleged criminal activity and its impact occurred in Africa, making evidence gathering complex. Prosecutor Hakala noted the difficulty in obtaining reliable information from conflict zones. Simon Ekpa, through his lawyer Carl Gomaras, has denied all charges. His defense has raised concerns about the credibility of information obtained from Nigerian sources, suggesting potential political motivations behind the allegations from Nigeria. The Biafran context and international implications. This case highlights the complexities of the Biafran agitation, a movement rooted in historical grievances, including the Nigerian Civil War in the late 1960s. While many advocate peacefully, factions allegedly linked to Ekpa have been accused of violence. It also raises questions about how countries handle individuals on their soil accused of inciting violence abroad via the internet. The Finnish authorities are navigating a delicate balance, freedom of speech versus the responsibility to prevent their territory from being used to orchestrate harm elsewhere. So, what happens now? Ekpa is remanded in custody. The preparatory hearing sets the stage for the main trial. The Finnish justice system will now meticulously examine the evidence presented by both the prosecution and the defense. Key things to watch will be how the court assesses the digital evidence, the admissibility and weight given to information from Nigerian authorities, and how Finnish law on incitement and terrorism applies to actions with primary impact in another country. The trial proper is expected to begin later this year, likely in the autumn. This is a developing story with significant implications for international law, freedom of expression, and the fight against terrorism. Simon Ekpa's trial in Finland will be closely watched by many, both in Europe and Africa. What are your thoughts on this case? Do you think online incitement from one country justifies prosecution if the violence occurs in another? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you found it informative, subscribe to Yuba's Trending Feeds for more deep dives, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our updates. Thanks for watching.